Want to speak real Vietnamese from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at Vietnamesepod101.com.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Vietnamese Pod 101. My name is Linh. Xin chào các bạn, tôi là Linh. Rất vui được gặp lại các bạn ngày hôm nay. Okay, so I don't know, but a lot of people ask me to do a video about how to flirt someone in Vietnamese. I wouldn't say flirt because it sounds so a little bit over. So I would say how to make friends or how to ask someone to go out, or how to say something that make the other person feel like you have a feeling for them. Okay, so actually there are plenty of ways to say it in Vietnamese, because Vietnamese is not like English. We don't have the same specific sentence to speak to someone else. So instead, each person will have a very different way to express their opinion or their feeling. But still, there are some very common or very famous sentences which are so popular on TV or social network. So because of that, today I'd like to talk about 10 sentences that you may need, or it may be helpful for you when you want to show someone that you like them. Okay? So now let's start. Okay, number one I'd like to say is em đẹp lắm, or em xinh lắm. So that means you are very beautiful or you are very pretty. So that is slightly different. Normally we would say, Miss Vietnam this year is very beautiful. So that in that sentence, in that situation, we would say đẹp, because that means she's physically and mentally beautiful. So we say đẹp. But in general, if someone is looking good and she's cute or she's pretty, so you can say em xinh lắm. Okay, so let's practice. Em đẹp lắm. Em đẹp lắm. Em xinh lắm. Em xinh lắm. Okay, so please notice a little bit about the tone mark, because it will decide your pronunciation. It will decide how good your pronunciation is. So if the tone mark is going up, and you have to say a little bit stronger and a little bit sharp. But if the tone mark is going down, so you should say it gently and try to bend the voice or the sound a little bit down. Okay, so again, em đẹp lắm. Em đẹp lắm. Em xinh lắm. Em xinh lắm. Okay, so if you want to give compliment to women for the first time, or just for a few times after you met, you can just easily say em đẹp lắm or em xinh lắm, because everybody wants to hear that, right? Okay, so that is a very best way to start a conversation, or to talk with someone else that you haven't met before. Alright, number two, if you want to give compliment but in an indirect way, you can just say anh thích của em. So for example, anh thích nụ cười của em. I like your smile. Anh thích nụ cười của em. Anh thích nụ cười của em. Or instead of using nụ cười, you can use another noun like anh thích mùi nước hoa của em. I like your perfume. Or anh thích đôi mắt của em. I like your eyes. So remember one more time, anh here is for you, for men, okay, talking with a woman. And em is the word that we use for a woman who is younger than you. So if you are a man, you can just say anh thích nụ cười của em. But if you are a woman, then you must say em thích nụ cười của anh. Okay? Alright, so I really like when someone say that they like something about me because it means they really care about me and they notice small things on my face or on my appearance. So that's why I feel really good. And if someone just keep giving you compliment like that every day, then I think that they have something for you. They have some feeling for you, isn't it? Okay, so now after giving compliment, what will you do? Would you like to ask her to go out or would you like to ask her for a movie? So you can say in Vietnamese, em có thích đi xem phim không? Em có thích đi xem phim không? Em có thích đi xem phim không? Okay, so this means, do you like to go out for a movie? If you are a man, then you can say like that. But don't worry, if you're a woman, you can say anh có thích đi xem phim không? Okay, so this one you can use to ask someone to go out with you. And instead of using đi xem phim, you can use something else like đi chơi. Em có thích đi chơi không? Đi du lịch. Em có thích đi du lịch không? Okay, and after that if they say yes, vâng, of course, then you can keep asking or keep planning. It's like em có thích đi xem phim không? Có. Vậy thì tối mai em có rảnh không? Tối mai em có rảnh không? Like that means, so are you free tomorrow night? Okay, so let's practice. Em có thích đi xem phim không? Cũng có. Vậy thì tối mai em có rảnh không? Okay. Alright, number 4, I'd like to share something is very popular recently is because this is a name of a song and actually we hear it everywhere in Vietnam. This is a song talking about a girl who is who is having a crush on a man and she keeps asking, where is your house? Why are you just running around my mind or my heart all the time? So this song's name is Anh nhà ở đâu thế? Anh nhà ở đâu thế? Anh nhà ở đâu thế? That means where is your house? But actually in Vietnamese the word nhà, there is another meaning, means my husband or my wife. Nhà tôi means my husband or my wife. So I think it's really smart to use this word because it will be two meanings. First, anh nhà ở đâu thế means where is your house, and number two, anh nhà ở đâu thế means where is my husband. So that's literally means they're having some feeling for each other. So if you use this one, if you ask this one to a man, anh nhà ở đâu thế, that means you really like him and you want to know where he lives. Or if you post something on Facebook, anh nhà ở đâu thế, and you post a picture of the man, then it will be like you like this guy. Okay? So, anh nhà ở đâu thế? Alright, number 5, I'd like to share a short conversation. So, for example, anh thích chó hay thích mèo? Anh thích mèo. Còn em thì thích anh. Okay, so that means do you like cats or dogs? And the other one says I like cats, and then I would say, and I'd like you, just like that. So recently this one is a little bit popular, but I think for young people only because it sounds so childish. But it's cute actually, it's not really over or something. Okay, so if you ask someone like what do you like, dogs or cats? I like dogs. Okay, and I like you. That is very cute and very lovely. And if someone asked me like that, I would laugh immediately. But I would say that he's very cute to say that. Okay, so try again. Anh thích chó hay thích mèo? Anh thích mèo. Còn em thì thích anh. Okay, next one, I want to share something that you can post on Facebook. I don't really know how to explain because it's really hard. Okay, so for example, if you like someone and you really, really like his eyes, and you want to share something on Facebook, but you don't really mention the man, then you can say uống nhầm một ánh mắt, cơn say theo cả đời. Uống nhầm một ánh mắt, cơn say theo cả đời. So it's like you fall in love with his eyes and you are drunk forever, something like that. Okay, it's like you drink something and you get drunk, and something here is his eyes. Okay, so actually this one we don't really say directly to the person that we like, but you can post it on Facebook, and then if the person reads it, then maybe or he will text you or he will ask you to ask about the status. So uống nhầm một ánh mắt, cơn say theo cả đời. Okay, number 7. Cuộc sống là một vòng tròn, trốn mà không kỹ là còn gặp anh. Cuộc sống là một vòng tròn, trốn mà không kỹ là còn gặp anh. Okay, so actually this one I cannot translate because it's like a poem and it has the rhythm. So if you want to understand in English, that means life is a circle, and if you don't hide carefully, you still see me. Okay, so this one you can use it on Facebook or social network as well, because when you say it out with someone that you like, it's a little bit long, and it's just too much. It's just too over to express that to someone, unless you were very, very close together and you want to make the other person laugh in a positive way. Okay, so this one you can post on your social network, and if you want to tell someone indirectly, then you can say that, and it sounds very cute. Okay, next one I'd like to share is if you want to send a heart to someone's, like you want to send heart for his status, or you want to send a heart for his video or his picture, then you can say thả tim. Thả tim, that means you drop a heart. Thả tim. Okay, so this one is very easy and very common. You can say anywhere, you can write anywhere and with anyone or in any situations. It means you love what they say, or you like what they show, or you like what they post. That's it. Thả tim. Thả tim. Okay, so it's been a while. You gave compliment to the person, you asked them out, and you send love and heart, and now maybe you are together already. So if you travel together, you can post something on Facebook. It could be a picture of yours, it could be a video, and if you want to say something like you are traveling, you can say đưa nhau đi trốn. Đưa nhau đi trốn. So that means you are hiding together. It's like urban getaway. Đưa nhau đi trốn. So this is the name of a song, of a very famous song recently. That means two people, a couple, they traveled and they want to get out of the city and everything. So it's like they are hiding somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so đưa nhau đi trốn. Okay, so I think I will stop here because I've shared quite much, and I'm not sure if you guys can apply it immediately, but just spend a little bit time in every sentences and to know where exactly you can use it, because this is not really nice if you use it in the wrong situation or in a not suitable case. Okay, so there's something that you can say directly to the person, but there's something that is better if you write it down, because in Vietnamese we don't really share our feeling directly. It's just like, maybe now it's more open-minded, but I don't know, maybe I'm too old for that, I don't know. I don't know how young people show their feeling nowadays, because for me, I would prefer some things like actions. So, but still, if you hear something like this, it will be very, very nice, and they will give yourself like a happy day, who knows, right? Okay, so I hope that you will like the video and you find it useful. You can use it immediately, and let me know if you have any questions, or if you want to suggest any topics, just let me know. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video, and see you in the next one. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại. Hello everyone, welcome back. Xin chào các bạn, tôi tên là Linh, rất vui được gặp lại các bạn. It's been a while, I haven't done any new videos, so today I decided to make a video talking about frequency in Vietnamese for you guys to know and to practice. Alright, so do you usually ask your friends or any Vietnamese people like how often they do something? So let's find out how to say it in Vietnamese today, okay? Now, let's get started. First, I'd like to talk about the question. So if you want to ask how often someone doing something, you can say in Vietnamese, bao lâu thì bạn một lần. Okay? That means how often do you blank. Alright, so let's practice. Bao lâu thì bạn đi du lịch một lần? How often do you travel? Bao lâu thì bạn đi du lịch một lần? Bao lâu thì bạn đi du lịch một lần? Okay? Or bao lâu thì bạn đi xem phim một lần? How often do you go to the cinema theater? Bao lâu thì bạn đi xem phim một lần? Bao lâu thì bạn đi xem phim một lần? Okay? So, do you want to try anything else? You can just put the verb or put the action in the middle of the sentence like that. Bao lâu thì, and the action, and then một lần. It's like how often do you do something once? It's like that in Vietnamese. Okay, so let's try to practice for a few more times, and then we can go to the answers. Okay, so now let's start about the answers. For example, if you do something all the time, if you always do the same action every day, or it's very, very often, it's like 100%. So you can use luôn luôn or luôn. It means always in English. Okay, so again, luôn luôn, or one word, luôn. So these two words both mean always in English, but I will tell you in the sentence so you can have an overview about that, okay? Tôi luôn ăn tối vào 7 giờ mỗi ngày. That means I always have dinner at 7 p.m. every day. Tôi luôn ăn tối vào 7 giờ mỗi ngày. Tôi luôn ăn tối vào 7 giờ mỗi ngày. Okay? Or if you want to use the second word, luôn luôn, you can say cô ấy luôn luôn đi làm đúng giờ. She's always on time at work. Cô ấy luôn luôn đi làm đúng giờ. Cô ấy luôn luôn đi làm đúng giờ. Okay, so with these two words, luôn and luôn luôn, actually it means similar. So you can use both of them in any situation that you always do something. Okay, luôn luôn. Okay, let's talk about number 2, which is usually. So something you do for 90%, not really like all the time, but it's like a lot. So you can use in Vietnamese thường xuyên. Thường xuyên. So I know this one is a little bit hard because they have two very difficult sounds. So try to speak it slowly, okay? Thường xuyên. So the TH in Vietnamese we will pronounce like thờ. It's not the in English. Thờ. Thường xuyên. Okay? So now let's take a look at the example. Anh ấy thường xuyên kể chuyện cười cho mọi người. Anh ấy thường xuyên kể chuyện cười cho mọi người. Anh ấy thường xuyên kể chuyện cười cho mọi người. Okay? Or nhà tôi thường xuyên ăn lẩu vào mùa đông. Nhà tôi thường xuyên ăn lẩu vào mùa đông. Nhà tôi thường xuyên ăn lẩu vào mùa đông. Okay, so the same with luôn or luôn luôn, you can use thường xuyên before the verb. Thường xuyên ăn lẩu, thường xuyên kể chuyện. Is that okay? Alright, now let's try one more time. Anh ấy thường xuyên kể chuyện cười cho mọi người. Nhà tôi thường xuyên ăn lẩu vào mùa đông. Okay, number 3, I'd like to talk about the word that you can use for something that you do maybe 50% to 70%. Is like less than usually, but more than sometimes. So in English, we use it as normally or generally, but in Vietnamese, you can say thường or thường thường. Okay, so it's a little similar with luôn and luôn luôn, but here we say thường or thường thường. Okay, so now let's take a look at the example. Tôi thường tập thể dục một tuần 3 đến 4 lần. Tôi thường tập thể dục một tuần 3 đến 4 lần. Tôi thường tập thể dục một tuần 3 đến 4 lần. So that means normally you work out 3 or 4 times a week. It's not so often, but it's not really like rarely. It's not like that. So actually here you can use thường thường or thường. They both are okay. But if you want to use thường thường, so we use at the beginning of the sentence. For example, thường thường tôi tập thể dục 3 đến 4 lần mỗi tuần. Thường thường tôi tập thể dục 3 đến 4 lần mỗi tuần. Okay? But if you want to use the individual word, then you have to put it in front, in the middle of the sentence before the verb. Tôi thường tập thể dục một tuần 3 đến 4 lần. Okay? Alright, next I'd like to talk about the word that you can use for something you do only once in a while or for sometimes, occasionally. So in Vietnamese, you can say đôi khi or thỉnh thoảng. Alright? Đôi khi. Đôi khi. Thỉnh thoảng. Thỉnh thoảng. Okay, so in the word thỉnh thoảng, the th sounds exactly the same with thường thường, thờ, thờ. Okay? Đôi khi, thỉnh thoảng. Alright, now let's take a look at the example. Em có hay đi xem phim không? Cũng thỉnh thoảng. Em có hay đi xem phim không? Cũng thỉnh thoảng. Alright, so with the question that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you can ask bao lâu thì em đi xem phim một lần? Cũng thỉnh thoảng. Bao lâu thì em đi xem phim một lần? Cũng thỉnh thoảng. Okay, next one. I'd like to talk about the word that you can use for hardly ever or rarely. That's something you don't really do, or you just hardly ever do it. So for example, if you travel once a year or only twice a year, you can use hiếm khi or ít khi. Hiếm he, ít khi. Alright, so let's take a look at the example. Tôi hiếm khi đi chơi với đồng nghiệp. I rarely hang out with my colleagues. Tôi hiếm khi đi chơi với đồng nghiệp. Tôi hiếm khi đi chơi với đồng nghiệp. Okay, and with the word ít khi, you can say cha mẹ Việt Nam ít khi khen ngợi con cái. Cha mẹ Việt Nam ít khi khen ngợi con cái. Vietnamese parents rarely or hardly ever give their kids compliments. Okay, talking about this, I'd like to share that in Vietnam we have not really the culture, but it's like the habit that not to compliment their children a lot in front of everybody, because they think that it will make the kid or the children will be too proud of themselves and they will not try really hard to study or to improve in their life anymore. So actually they still give compliment, but it's like in private, and in public they hardly ever do that. I think it depends on the family as well, because from where I'm from, my parents rarely gave a compliment to me, and maybe because of that, I'm always trying really hard to make them proud of me. So I think it's good. Okay, and last one I'd like to share is the one that you can use in English for never, something that you never do. So in Vietnamese, you can say không bao giờ. Không bao giờ is like no way in English. Okay, so in this one you can take a look at this sentence. Tôi không bao giờ hút thuốc. I would never smoke. Tôi không bao giờ hút thuốc. Tôi không bao giờ hút thuốc. Okay, or bạn tôi không bao giờ lái xe khi uống rượu. Bạn tôi không bao giờ lái xe khi uống rượu. Bạn tôi không bao giờ lái xe khi uống rượu means my friend never drives when drinking alcohol. Okay, so how do you feel about the lesson today? So I hope that this video finds you well, and I think it will help you a little bit when you talk about something that you do depends on the frequency. Alright, and please spend some time to practice and let me know if you have any questions, because actually in Vietnamese there are a lot of irregular rules, and sometimes we don't really form it, we don't really frame it in one specific definition. We just speak it, and that's the reason why I think a lot of foreigners, they find Vietnamese is really hard to learn, but it doesn't mean that you cannot learn it, right? So let me know if you have any questions, or let me know if you have any recommendations for the next videos, and I'd love to hear from you. Okay, and thank you for watching the videos today. I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye! Xin chào. Xin chào. Xin chào. Okay, so here you will see one tone mark, which is the down sound. Chào. Chào. Xin chào. Xin chào. Xin chào. The X sound you will pronounce like S in English. Like the S sound in English. Okay, it's like in speaks. So xin, and the sound ch in chào you can pronounce like in champion. Chào. Chào. That is for very general situations. How about you want to say hello for some specific people? People who are younger than you, people who are older than you, people who are men or people who are women. So let's take a look. For example, if you want to greet all people who are younger than you, either a man or a woman, so you can just say chào em, chào em. How about with someone who is older than you? Then it'll be once a man or two a woman. So you can just easily say chào anh for a man who is older than you, and chào chị for a woman who is older than you. Chào anh, chào anh, chào chị, chào chị. What about for middle-aged people? People who are pretty much older than you, is like the same with your parents. So you can just say chào cô, chào chú, chào cô, chào chú. Next one I like to say is lâu rồi không gặp. Lâu rồi không gặp. Lâu rồi không gặp. This sentence means long time no see. So this sentence you can say with a friend, because there is no pronouns here, right? So lâu rồi không gặp. Lâu rồi không gặp. If you want to say it with someone who is older than you, and you have to put the pronouns here in this sentence. For example, lâu rồi không gặp chị. Lâu rồi không gặp chị. Lâu rồi không gặp chị. Or lâu rồi không gặp anh. Lâu rồi không gặp anh. Lâu rồi không gặp anh. Okay? Xin chào, lâu rồi không gặp. Bạn có khỏe không? Bạn có khỏe không? Bạn có khỏe không means how are you in English. This one also you can use for your friends, because here bạn is a friend. You here is a friend of mine. Bạn có khỏe không? How are you? This way is very common and very easy to say. You can say with anyone. But again, if you want to say with someone who is older than you and you want to show respect, then you must say chị có khỏe không for a woman, and anh có khỏe không for a man. Okay? One more time. Bạn có khỏe không? Chị có khỏe không? Anh có khỏe không? Now let's go a little bit faster. Bạn có khỏe không? Chị có khỏe không? Anh có khỏe không? Alright, so when you say bạn có khỏe không, actually it sounds very polite, right? And for very, very close friend, you can just say two words. Khỏe không? This is an informal way to say how are you? Or it literally means you're good, something like that. Okay? So now let's practice. Khỏe không? Khỏe không? Now let's go faster. Khỏe không? Okay, one more time from the beginning. Lâu rồi không gặp. Khỏe không? Or chào anh. Lâu rồi không gặp anh. Anh có khỏe không? Có gì mới không? Có gì mới không? Có gì mới không? Có gì mới không means what's up, or is there anything new in English? Okay, so có gì mới không, again you can use this one for friends, but if you want to use this one for anh or chị, you have to put the pronoun. Anh có gì mới không? Anh có gì mới không? Chị có gì mới không? Chị có gì mới không? Dạo này thế nào rồi? Dạo này thế nào rồi? Dạo này thế nào rồi? Okay, so this one means how have you been recently, or how are you doing? That's it. Again, with friends, no pronoun, but with people who are older than you, you must put the pronoun. Okay. Dạo này thế nào rồi? Dạo này anh thế nào rồi? Dạo này chị thế nào rồi? Now, let's go fast. Dạo này thế nào rồi? Dạo này anh thế nào rồi? Dạo này chị thế nào rồi? Ngày hôm nay của bạn thế nào? Ngày hôm nay của bạn thế nào? Ngày hôm nay của bạn thế nào? So, ngày hôm nay của bạn thế nào means how is your day? This is just something to say in general. Every day we meet someone, we chit chat and then we ask how's your day? Ngày hôm nay của bạn thế nào? So bạn here is for friends, okay? Friends only. And if you want to say with anh or chị, then replace the word bạn with anh or chị. Ngày hôm nay của anh thế nào? Ngày hôm nay của anh thế nào? Ngày hôm nay của chị thế nào? Ngày hôm nay của chị thế nào? Okay, so let's talk about grammar a little bit. Ngày hôm nay means today. Ngày hôm nay. Okay? And also you will say của bạn. It means your. Của bạn. So if you want to use the possessive adjective here, you can just put the word của before the pronoun. For example, của bạn, your, của anh, của chị. Still your, but for different people. Okay? Again, của. Rất vui được gặp lại bạn. Okay? This one means it's nice to see you again. Rất vui. Vui here means happy. Very happy to see you again or to meet you again. Rất vui được gặp lại bạn. Bạn here is for friends only. Okay? And for anh, chị. Rất vui được gặp lại anh. Rất vui được gặp lại anh. Rất vui được gặp lại chị. Rất vui được gặp lại chị. Okay? So now let's take a look from the beginning to the end. Okay? Xin chào, khỏe không? Lâu rồi không gặp. Dạo này thế nào rồi? Rất vui được gặp lại. Alright, so how do you feel about the lesson today? I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope it's going to be helpful for you, because anywhere you go, every time, or anyone you talk to, you will have to say hello, right? And remember, if you want to speak and learn Vietnamese in the fastest, easiest, and most fun way, you can go to VietnamesePod101.com right now for your free lifetime account. Get our complete learning program with our real lessons by real teachers. Xin chào các bạn. That is too much. Okay, one more time. Xin chào các bạn. Tôi tên là Linh, rất vui được gặp lại các bạn. Hello everyone, my name is Linh and welcome back to VietnamesePod101.com, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Vietnamese. In this video, I'm going to show you how to learn how to count numbers from 1 to 100. But it's very easy because if you know how to say from 1 to 10, then you can count easily from 1 to 100. Interesting, right? Okay, now let's get started. First, I'm gonna count from 1 to 10, and it's very easy because in Vietnamese, every number has only one sound. For example, một, một, and it will be like that until 10. Okay, so now let's count from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's speak a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Let's make it even faster a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's count number 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. For those numbers, you can just put the number, the first number, and the word 10. 10. For example, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. One more time. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Let's practice one more time from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Great! Okay, now it's from 11 to 19. Very easy. You can just put two numbers together, then it will be that number. For example, 11. So that is 10 and 1, right? So you can just put 10 and 1. So it'll be 11. For 12, then it'll be 10 and 2. So 12. 12. So it'll be similar with the other numbers until 19. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Also, you will notice that number 1 is 1. Number 11 is 11. But number 21 is 21. So instead of saying 1, from 21 to 91, we will say 1, 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, 81, 91. For number 4 is 4 and 14 is 14. But from 24, 34, 44, 54 until 94, instead of saying 4, we will say 4. Again, 24, 34, 44, 54, 64, 74, 84, 94. So you will notice number 5 is 5, but 15 will be 15. So in this situation, you will count 15, 25, 35, 45, 65, etc. with 5. Okay? For example, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95. Just remember 3 things, number 1, number 4, and number 5. Those 3 numbers will be a little bit different with the higher numbers. The other numbers are pretty much similar. Now I will count from 1 to 30 so you guys can easily see the difference, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. The last number is 100. You can say 100, 100. So 2 zeros will be trăm. How about 3 zeros? Nghìn, 1000, 100, 1000. Alright, in this lesson, I was supposed to show you how to count from 1 to 100, but I showed you 1000, right? Don't tell anyone. So numbers are very important in Vietnamese because if you want to say days, dates, months, and years, you have to know how to read numbers because in Vietnamese we don't have names for months. Instead, we just use numbers, and it's very, very easy for you because you don't have to remember many words. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Don't forget to go to Vietnamese Pod 101 and sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Get our complete learning programs with real lessons by real teachers. Okay? Thank you so much for watching the video and see you next time. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại. Xin chào. Xin chào các bạn, tôi tên là Linh, rất vui được gặp lại các bạn. Hello everyone, my name is Linh and welcome back to VietnamesePod101.com, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Vietnamese. In this video today, I'm gonna show you how to read dates in Vietnamese. It's very easy because since you already know how to read numbers in Vietnamese, we don't have names for days, we don't have names for months. Instead, we just use number. Let's find out how easy it is, okay? For a day, thứ. For date, ngày. For month, tháng. And for year, năm. Thứ, ngày, tháng, năm. First, For days, in English we have Monday to Sunday, but in Vietnamese we just use numbers and the word thứ before the numbers. For example, thứ hai, thứ ba, thứ tư, thứ năm, thứ sáu, thứ bảy, chủ nhật. So chủ nhật here is Sunday. Only chủ nhật is different. From Monday to Saturday, it will be from thứ hai to thứ bảy. Okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chủ nhật. Yes, so easy, super easy. One more time, but this time I will read a little bit faster. Thứ hai, thứ ba, thứ tư, thứ năm, thứ sáu, thứ bảy, chủ nhật. Okay? So the reason why that I read a little bit faster if I want you to have an overview about Vietnamese accent. Because when you speak too slowly, it'll be a little bit unnatural, okay? Now let's go to dates. From the first until the last day of the month, we will just use number and one word, ngày. For example, ngày 1, ngày 2, ngày 3, ngày 4, ngày 5, ngày 6, ngày 7, ngày 8, ngày 9, ngày 10. That's it. Sometimes you will see or you will hear Vietnamese saying ngày mùng 1, ngày mùng 2, mùng or mùng. But actually it's not really necessary. Even when you say ngày 1 or ngày 2, Vietnamese people will still understand you. So don't worry much about that. So in Vietnamese, month is tháng, tháng, tháng. So from January to December, we have 12 months in total. You can just count from 1 to 12, then it's fine. For example, January, tháng 1, February, tháng 2, tháng 3, tháng 4, tháng 5, tháng 6, tháng 7, tháng 8, tháng 9, tháng 10, tháng 11, tháng 12. Okay, so just one small notice, which is number 4, April. We will not say tháng 4, but we say tháng 4, tháng 4. Easy? So from January to December, from 1 to 12, that's it. And the word tháng from month. Next, I'm going to show you how to read years in Vietnamese, okay? Very, very easy. I will not tell you a very formal way to read years. How to say it or how to learn it in the fastest way, you can just count the number. For example, this year, 2019. So in Vietnamese, you can just say 2019. 2019. In this situation, you will group 19 together and you will pronounce them together. You don't say 19, but you say 19. One more time. 2019. 2019. So next year will be 2020. 2020. Now, let's practice. For example, today is Friday, the 13th of September 2019. You can say hôm nay là thứ Sáu, ngày 13 tháng 9 năm 2019. Hôm nay là thứ Sáu, ngày 13 tháng 9 năm 2019. Hôm nay là thứ Sáu, ngày 13 tháng 9 năm 2019. Okay? Now, how about tomorrow? So, ngày mai là thứ Bảy, ngày 14 tháng 9 năm 2019. Ngày mai là thứ Bảy, ngày 14 tháng 9 năm 2019. Okay, so here you will see hôm nay is today, ngày mai is tomorrow, and one more word, hôm qua for yesterday. Hôm qua, hôm nay và ngày mai. Hôm qua, hôm nay, ngày mai. That's it. One more thing, for example, if you want to say about your birthday, if you want to talk about your birthday. Birthday in Vietnamese is sinh nhật. So, for example, my birthday is the 2nd of September. You can say sinh nhật của tôi vào ngày mùng 2 tháng 9. Sinh nhật của tôi vào ngày mùng 2 tháng 9. How about you? When is your birthday? Now let's tell me in the comment below, okay? Alright, so that's all for the video today. I hope it's helpful, I hope you like it, and I hope you can use it immediately to talk to your friends. And remember, if you want to learn Vietnamese in the fastest, easiest, and most fun way, go to VietnamesePod101.com to sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Get our complete learning program with real lessons by real teachers. Okay? I hope to see you guys in the next video and see you. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại.
Want to speak real Vietnamese from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at VietnamesePod101.com.
Xin chào. Chào các bạn, tôi là Linh, rất vui được gặp lại các bạn. Hello everyone, my name is Linh and welcome back to VietnamesePod101.com, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Vietnamese. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to tell about your country's names as well as your nationality. It's very easy, trust me, because unlike English, you will have to remember 2 words, right, for countries and nationality. But in Vietnamese, you only have to remember 1 word for the country names. That's fine. So let's find out how easy it is. Bạn từ đâu tới? Bạn từ đâu tới? Bạn từ đâu tới? But also you will hear bạn từ đâu đến? Bạn từ đâu đến? Alright, so this means where are you from, or where do you come from, like that. You can say this one with also Vietnamese people, but of course you will only hear which province or which city they come from. Not country, because of course they're from Vietnam, right? So bạn từ đâu tới? Bạn từ đâu đến? Okay? Bạn là người nước nào? Bạn là người nước nào? Bạn là người nước nào? So this means what is your nationality? Or it literally means you are the person of what country? Bạn là người nước nào? In Vietnamese, we have the word nationality, which is quốc tịch. But we will not ask people about nationality that way because it's not so common, and also it sounds a little bit unnatural. That's it. So you can easily say bạn là người nước nào. That means what is your nationality, or from what country you were born. That's it. If you want to say that you're from America, you can say tôi đến từ Mỹ. Tôi đến từ Mỹ. Tôi đến từ Mỹ. Tôi là người Mỹ. Tôi là người Mỹ. Mỹ is America and người is a person. So người Mỹ is American. And let's talk about grammar a little bit. You will see tôi here is a subject, which is I. Là here is the verb, which is to be verb. And người Mỹ means American. So tôi là người Mỹ. Tôi là người Mỹ. So basically a sentence structure is a little bit similar with English. It's just about the word order sometimes is a little bit different. But for some basics and short sentences like that, it's similar with English. One more thing, you will see we will not have America and American like in English. Instead, we only use one word, Mỹ. So if you want to talk about the country, then you can put the word nước before Mỹ. Nước Mỹ, that is America. And người before Mỹ. Người Mỹ, that is American. Easy, right? Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the other countries. For example, if you come from Germany, then you can say tôi là người Đức. Tôi là người Đức. Or tôi đến từ Đức. Tôi đến từ Đức. Ý. Ý. Brazil. Brazil. Anh. Anh. Trung Quốc. Trung Quốc. Nhật. Nhật. Hàn Quốc. Hàn Quốc. Pháp. Pháp. Philippines. Philippines. Mexico. Mexico. Thái. Thái. Nam Phi. Nam Phi. Phần Lan. Phần Lan. Bulgaria. Bulgaria. Thổ Nhĩ Kỳ. Thổ Nhĩ Kỳ. Bồ Đào Nha. Bồ Đào Nha. Pakistan. Pakistan. Nga. Nga. Na Uy. Na Uy. Hà Lan. Hà Lan. Đan Mạch. Đan Mạch. Rumani. Rumani. Séc. Séc. Indonesia. 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 Ấn Độ. Ấn Độ. Thụy Điển. Thụy Điển. Hungary. 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 Hy Lạp. Hy Lạp. Úc. Úc. Canada. 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 Kenya, Kenya. Ai Cập, Ai Cập. Iran, Iran, Iran. That is for the lesson today. I hope you like it, and I hope that you can find your country in the list of the countries that I mentioned before. Don't forget that if you want to speak and to learn Vietnamese in the fastest, easiest, and most fun way, go to VietnamesePod101.com and sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Get our complete learning program with real lessons and real teachers. See you and have a nice day. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn. Xin chào các bạn, tôi là Linh, rất vui được gặp lại các bạn. Hello everyone, my name is Linh and welcome back to VietnamesePod101.com, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Vietnamese. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to tell days of the week, and also we will learn a little bit of grammar. Are you ready? Now, let's get started. In Vietnamese, it's very easy to tell from Monday to Sunday because you only have to remember numbers. And also one more word, thứ, thứ, for days. For example, thứ hai means Monday. Thứ ba. Okay, and next, thứ tư, thứ năm, thứ sáu, thứ bảy. And the last one, Sunday, we have another word for that. Chủ nhật. Okay, so from Monday to Sunday, only one word, thứ, and the numbers. Only for Sunday we have a specific word, and you will know how to learn how to say from Monday to Sunday. Tuần means week. Tuần, right? And tuần sau means next week. Tuần sau. Tôi sẽ đi du lịch vào tuần sau. Let's speak a little bit about grammar. So here you will see I'll use the word sẽ before đi du lịch. So in Vietnamese, you only use the word sẽ before the verb, and it will be in the future. One more time, sẽ. So here you will see that the tone is dấu ngã, and you will have to pronounce very clearly to make this sound correctly. If not, it will sound like dấu sắc. Now let's make some sentences using days of the week. So you also can see the sentence structures, okay? Thứ hai là ngày đầu tuần. Thứ hai là ngày đầu tuần. Thứ hai là ngày đầu tuần means Monday is the first day of the week. Thứ ba, ngày mùng 1 tháng 3. Thứ ba, ngày mùng 1 tháng 3 means Tuesday is the 1st of March. Thứ ba, ngày mùng 1 tháng 3. So if you notice, you also will see March here is tháng 3 means number 3. So we only use the word tháng before the number. Then you also can count calendars, can count months. Thứ ba, ngày mùng 1 tháng 3. Thứ tư, thứ tư tuần này tôi được nghỉ. Thứ tư tuần này tôi được nghỉ. Thứ tư tuần này tôi được nghỉ means this Wednesday I can take a day off. Thứ tư tuần này tôi được nghỉ. Thứ năm. Thứ năm. Mỗi khi đến thứ năm, tôi lại có cảm giác gần đến cuối tuần. Mỗi khi đến thứ năm, tôi lại có cảm giác gần đến cuối tuần. Means when it comes to Thursday, I feels like it's going to be weekend. Thứ sáu. Thứ sáu. So here, these two words has dấu sắc. So you have to go up and you have to make it very clearly so it will sound correctly, differently with dấu ngã. Okay? Thứ sáu. Hôm nay là thứ sáu đấy. Bạn đã có kế hoạch gì chưa? Hôm nay là thứ sáu đấy. Bạn đã có kế hoạch gì chưa? Hôm nay là thứ sáu đấy. Bạn đã có kế hoạch gì chưa? Today is Friday. Do you have any plans? Thứ bảy. Thứ bảy. So this word is a little bit hard to pronounce correctly because it has dấu sắc and dấu hỏi. Thứ bảy. Thứ bảy. Thứ bảy. Tôi sẽ về thăm nhà thứ bảy tuần này. Tôi sẽ về thăm nhà thứ bảy tuần này. Tôi sẽ về thăm nhà thứ bảy tuần này. I'll visit my family this Saturday. So here you will see this Saturday means thứ bảy tuần này. That means the Saturday of this week. So tôi sẽ về thăm nhà thứ bảy tuần này. Chủ nhật. Chủ nhật. Chủ nhật tuần này bạn có đi nhà thờ không? Chủ nhật tuần này bạn có đi nhà thờ không? Chủ nhật tuần này bạn có đi nhà thờ không? Are you going to the church this Sunday? Now let's talk a little bit about other days. In English we have yesterday, today and tomorrow. Let's see how we pronounce them in Vietnamese. First, let's talk about the past. Hôm kia. Hôm kia. Hôm kia means the day before yesterday. Hôm kia. There is no tone in this word, so you can just raise your voice like in the middle of all sounds. I know that some people told me that the no tone in Vietnamese actually is a little bit higher. The tone is a little bit higher than English. I think it's because of the voice, the general tone of Vietnamese is higher. So try one more time. Hôm kia. Tôi gặp Linh vào hôm kia khi tôi đang đi siêu thị. Tôi gặp Linh vào hôm kia khi tôi đang đi siêu thị. So you will notice that even this sentence I talked about the past, but also we don't have to conjugate the verb in the past. Tôi gặp Linh vào hôm kia, so gặp here means me. I met her in the past, but you don't have to say tôi đã gặp Linh. You can just say tôi gặp Linh vào hôm kia. Then people will understand that it's in the past. Also, you will see the word đang means I'm doing something in the present, but you can use it for the past continuous as well, which is the present in the past. Khi tôi đang đi siêu thị means at the moment I was going to the supermarket. So, one more time. Tôi gặp Linh vào hôm kia khi tôi đang đi siêu thị. Next one is yesterday. So in Vietnamese, you can say hôm qua, hôm qua. Tôi đã nói chuyện với sếp hôm qua. Tôi đã nói chuyện với sếp hôm qua. So đã here is representing for the past. You only have to put the verb after the word đã, so it will be in the past. Tôi đã nói chuyện với sếp hôm qua. Next one is hôm nay. Hôm nay. Hôm nay means today. In sentence, you can just easily say hôm nay là sinh nhật tôi. Today is my birthday. Hôm nay là sinh nhật tôi. Hôm nay là sinh nhật tôi. So là here is to be verb, and in Vietnamese it's very easy when you use the verbs because you don't have to conjugate for the third person or singular or plural. You only have to put the verb after the pronouns, then it's fine. Hôm nay là sinh nhật tôi means today is my birthday. Next one is ngày mai. Ngày mai. Ngày mai means tomorrow. Ngày here is dấu huyền and mai here has no tone. Ngày mai. Ngày mai. So to say see you tomorrow, you can easily use three words. Mai gặp nhé. Mai gặp nhé. Mai gặp nhá. So means tomorrow I'll see you. And actually the word nhé here has no meaning in Vietnamese. We usually use this word at the end of the sentence to say is maybe it means is that okay? Mai gặp nhé. See you tomorrow, okay? Something like that. Mai gặp nhé. Okay, so last one I'd like to share with you is ngày kia. Ngày kia means the day after tomorrow. Ngày kia. So dấu huyền and no tone. Ngày kia. Ngày kia rảnh không? Qua nhà em ăn tối nhá. Ngày kia rảnh không? Qua nhà em ăn tối nhé. Means are you free the day after tomorrow? Let's go to my place and have dinner. Ngày kia rảnh không? Qua nhà em ăn tối nhá. So sometimes when we talk with close friends, we don't have to say, are you free tomorrow or are you free after tomorrow? Because it's not really necessary. Either ngày kia anh rảnh không or ngày kia rảnh không, it's fine. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video today and I hope you liked it. Also, I'd like to thank you because of the comments that you gave me and it helped me to improve my videos a lot. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe the channel and visit the website vietnamesepod101.com for your free lifetime account right now. Get our learning program with real lessons by real teachers. See you next time. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại. Xin chào các bạn, tôi tên là Linh, rất vui được gặp lại các bạn ngày hôm nay. Hello everyone, my name is Linh and I'm very happy to see you guys again today. Welcome back to vietnamesepod101.com, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Vietnamese. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to talk about colors in Vietnamese and let's get started. First, let's talk about the word color. In Vietnamese, you can say màu sắc. Màu sắc. Màu has dấu huyền and sắc has dấu sắc. So two different tones. Màu, sắc. But also you can say màu, màu. Then people will understand that you are talking about colors. Bạn thích màu gì? Bạn thích màu gì? Bạn thích màu gì means what color do you like, but it literally means you like color what. So you will see that the sentence structures in English is different with in Vietnamese. Sometimes it's opposite, right? So for questions in general, like what colors, what things or whatever, you can just put the word Z in the end of the sentence. Then it will be like, for example, màu gì means what color. Đường gì means what street. Or cái gì just means what. Okay? Bạn thích màu gì means what color do you like. So also, for example, if you ask about something else like bạn thích hoa gì, it means what flower do you like. Okay, so now let's talk about the two different tones, which is the dark tone and the light tone. So in Vietnamese, you can say đậm for dark or strong color. Also, you can use đậm for strong flavor. And for light tone or light color, you can say nhạt, nhạt. So đậm, đậm. And the opposite, nhạt, nhạt. Tôi thích tông màu đậm. Tôi thích tông màu đậm. Tôi thích tông màu đậm means I like dark tone color. Dùng màu nhạt sơn tường, nhà bạn trông sẽ rộng hơn. Dùng màu nhạt sơn tường, nhà bạn trông sẽ rộng hơn. Dùng màu nhạt sơn tường, nhà bạn trông sẽ rộng hơn. Here means using light colors to paint your walls. Your house will look larger. Dùng màu nhạt sơn tường, nhà bạn trông sẽ đậm hơn. Okay, so now let's talk about different colors in Vietnamese. I'd like to talk about black first, okay? In Vietnamese is đen, đen, đen. In sentence, màu đen luôn đem lại cảm giác sang trọng. Màu đen luôn đem lại cảm giác sang trọng. Màu đen luôn đem lại cảm giác sang trọng means black always feels luxurious. Next one is white, màu trắng, màu trắng. Or you can say trắng, trắng. So when you pronounce TR sound, it sounds similar with TR in English, like train or trees. So trắng, trắng. Màu trắng luôn tạo cảm giác trẻ trung và tươi tắn. Màu trắng luôn tạo cảm giác trẻ trung và tươi tắn. Màu trắng luôn tạo cảm giác trẻ trung và tươi tắn means white always feel young and fresh. Xanh lá cây, xanh lá cây. Xanh lá cây means green. So màu xanh lá cây khiến ngôi nhà trông mát mẻ. Màu xanh lá cây khiến ngôi nhà trông mát mẻ. Màu xanh lá cây khiến ngôi nhà trông mát mẻ means green makes the house look cool. đỏ, đỏ. Here the tone is dấu hỏi, so you have to pronounce very carefully. Đỏ, đỏ. Okay? Anh thấy cái váy màu đỏ này thế nào? Anh thấy cái váy màu đỏ này thế nào? Anh thấy cái váy màu đỏ này thế nào? So here you will see thế nào means house. And in general, you will use question words in the end of the sentence instead of the beginning of the sentence. Anh thấy means you see cái váy màu đỏ này, this red dress. And thế nào? Anh thấy cái váy màu đỏ này thế nào? Tím, tím. So the T sound in Vietnamese you will pronounce more stronger and sharper, like tờ, tờ. So it's not t in English, okay? Tím, tím. Khi còn ở Philippines tôi đã từng thấy hoàng hôn màu tím. Khi còn ở Philippines tôi đã từng thấy hoàng hôn màu tím. Khi còn ở Philippines, tôi đã từng thấy hoàng hôn màu tím. When I was in the Philippines, I have seen a purple sunset. Also in this sentence, you will see that I have seen, which is the present perfect, but in Vietnamese we don't have present perfect tense. So I only use đã, which is for the past. Đã từng thấy means I have seen for experience in English, right? But in Vietnamese, we just put the verb in the past tense, then it will be fine. Vàng, yellow, vàng. Hôm nay tôi mặc một chiếc váy màu vàng. Hôm nay tôi mặc một chiếc váy màu vàng. I'm wearing a yellow dress today. Hôm nay tôi mặc một chiếc váy màu vàng. Okay, so yeah, because today we talk about colors, so I'd like to be a little bit colorful. And màu vàng, màu vàng. So chiếc váy màu vàng means a yellow dress. So you also see that in an adjective, we will put after the noun. We don't put after, we don't put before the noun like in English. Chiếc váy màu vàng, a dress yellow. Chiếc váy màu vàng. Okay, so don't say that màu vàng chiếc váy like in English. Chiếc váy màu vàng. Hồng, hồng, hồng. So if you can shape your mouth like that, I think it'll be easier for you to pronounce Vietnamese. Hồng means pink. Con gái thường thích màu hồng. Con gái thường thích màu hồng. Con gái thường thích màu hồng. Girls usually like pink. Con gái thường thích màu hồng. No, no. Brown, nâu. Tôi thích màu nâu vì trông nó sang trọng. Tôi thích màu nâu vì trông nó sang trọng. Tôi thích màu nâu vì trông nó sang trọng. Okay, so here you will see vì is because. Trông nó, it will be more common when you say trông nó sang trọng rather than nó trông sang trọng like in English, like it looks classy, because that is just a common way to say in Vietnamese. Tôi thích màu nâu vì trông nó sang trọng. Ghi, ghi. So the GH sound you will pronounce like g, 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 g. in your throat. G, 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 gi. It's great, okay? Mùa đông mọi người thường hay mặc màu ghi. Mùa đông mọi người thường hay mặc màu ghi. Mùa đông mọi người thường hay mặc màu ghi means people usually wear gray in winter. So I had a video talking about frequency in Vietnamese. We talk about always, usually, normally. So thường here mean usually. Thường. Mùa đông, you can also say in winter, but if you say winter only is fine. Mùa đông mọi người thường hay mặc màu ghi. Mùa đông mọi người thường hay mặc màu ghi. Okay, so such a colorful videos today. I hope it's helpful because if you want to speak Vietnamese fluently, first you have to learn words by words slowly, so you will have a range of vocabulary to discuss or to talk, right? And I hope that this kind of video will help you improve your vocabularies slowly. Also in the future, I hope that I can deliver longer videos like talk more about grammar or talk more about how to say, I don't know. So you guys tell me some recommendations, okay? And please don't forget to like the video, subscribe the channel, and visit the website vietnamesepod101.com for your free lifetime account right now. Get our learning program with real lessons by real teachers, okay? And today we can finish here. Thank you for watching and bye bye. Chào các bạn, tôi là Linh, tôi đã quay trở lại đây. Hi everyone, my name is Linh and I'm back. We have videos about days, countries, colors, pick-up lines, how to say hello, and today I'd like to talk about time, how to tell time, okay? Because if you want to make an appointment or a plan with anyone, you have to tell when you want to see that person, right? Okay, so let's talk about time. So first is a time to learn vocabulary. So number one, giờ. Giờ is hour. Giờ, here you will see the G-I sound, you will pronounce like Z sound in English. Giờ. Giờ. Okay? And the tone is giờ huyền. Next one is phút. Phút. Food. So PH sound you pronounce like F sound in English, and it sounds similar with food, right? But with dấu sắc you have to go up a little bit, and the tone has to be very strong. Food. Food for minute. Giây. So giây here means second. Giây. First, what time is it? So in Vietnamese, you can easily say bây giờ là mấy giờ? Bây giờ là mấy giờ? Bây giờ là mấy giờ means now is what time? Bây giờ là mấy giờ? But also you can say in a faster way, mấy giờ rồi? Mấy giờ rồi? Mấy giờ rồi means what time? What time? Okay, or what time now? Mấy giờ rồi? Now, let's review numbers a little bit. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, so from 1 o'clock to 12 o'clock, you only have to count from 1 to 12 and then you put the word giờ after the numbers, then it's fine. For example, 1 giờ, 1 o'clock. 2 giờ, 2 o'clock. In Vietnamese, you can say rưỡi, rưỡi. Here, the R sound, you will pronounce like Z sound. It's okay. You can actually say R, but it's not really necessary, especially I'm from the north. For some words like rau, vegetable, rau, we also pronounce like Z sound in English. So, rưỡi, rưỡi. 2:30, you can say 2 rưỡi, 2 rưỡi. 3:30, 3 rưỡi, 3 rưỡi. And 4:30, 4 rưỡi, 4 rưỡi. Okay? Okay, so next one I'd like to share is kém. Kém. So kém here means how many minutes to the next hour. For example, 2 giờ kém 15. 2 giờ kém 15 means quarter to 2. So in Vietnamese we don't have the word for quarter. We only count numbers, we only count minutes. 15. 3 giờ kém 15 means quarter to 3, right? 3 giờ kém 15. 3 giờ kém 15. Now, next one. 4 giờ kém 15. 4 giờ kém 15. 4 giờ kém 15 means quarter to 4. Now, how about quarter past 2? In Vietnamese, we will say 2 giờ 15. 2 giờ 15. It means quarter past 2. So in Vietnamese, we don't have the words for past. You only have to count the hour and the minutes. That is fine. 2 giờ, 2 o'clock, 15, 50 minutes. 2 giờ 15. Now let's practice one more time from the beginning until now. 1 giờ, 1 giờ, 1 giờ. 1 giờ 15. 1 giờ 15. 1 giờ 15. 1 rưỡi. 1 rưỡi. 1 rưỡi. 2 giờ kém 15. 2 giờ kém 15. 2 giờ kém 15. 3 giờ. 3 giờ. 3 giờ. Bình thường mấy giờ bạn phải đi làm? Bình thường mấy giờ bạn phải đi làm? Bình thường mấy giờ bạn phải đi làm? Thường thì 8 giờ tôi phải đến công ty. Thường thì 8 giờ tôi phải đến công ty. Thường thì 8 giờ tôi phải đến công ty. Hôm nay mấy giờ em muốn đi ăn tối? Hôm nay mấy giờ em muốn đi ăn tối? Hôm nay mấy giờ em muốn đi ăn tối? Hay là gặp nhau lúc 6 giờ đi. Hay là gặp nhau lúc 6 giờ đi. Hay là gặp nhau lúc 6 giờ đi. Okay, so I hope that these short conversations will help you how to pronounce and how to put the verb or put the words in the sentence. Also, it's very easy when you ask about time, even for old people or even for young people. You can just say bây giờ là mấy giờ or mấy giờ rồi. Okay, but if you want to show more respect or if you want to be more polite, so you remember how to call people or how to greet people, you only have to put the pronoun before the questions and it's fine. For example, chị ơi, bây giờ là mấy giờ? Chị ơi, bây giờ là mấy giờ? So, excuse me, what time is it? Chị ơi, bây giờ là mấy giờ? Or, anh ơi, bây giờ là mấy giờ? Anh ơi, bây giờ là mấy giờ? Anh ơi, bây giờ là mấy giờ? And after that, when they tell you the time, then of course we have to say thank you, right? So you can just say cảm ơn anh or cảm ơn chị. Cảm ơn anh. Cảm ơn chị. And it's fine. Very polite. Okay, that's all for the lesson today. I hope you like it and I hope that is helpful for you sometimes. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe the channel and visit the website vietnamesepod101.com to get your free lifetime account right now. Get our learning program with real lessons by real teachers. Thank you so much again for watching the video and see you in the next video. Xin chào các bạn, tôi là Linh, rất vui được gặp lại các bạn hôm nay. Hi everyone, my name is Linh and welcome back to VietnamesePod101.com, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Vietnamese. I'm so excited today because I'm going to share you some differences between the Northern Vietnamese and the Southern Vietnamese. I was born in Hanoi, which is the capital of Vietnam and is in the north. But now I'm living and working in Ho Chi Minh City, which is the south of Vietnam. So sometimes when I talk to my colleagues or my friends here, I use their southern accent to tease them, but it's just for fun. The differences between the northern and the southern Vietnamese is about the tone, the accent. We don't really have the standard national voice or standard national accent. So basically, in some situations, the word choice will be different and the accent will be different. So based on my experience living in Ho Chi Minh City, I will share you the differences between Hanoi accent and Ho Chi Minh City accent. Okay, now let's get started. Chụp ảnh. Chụp ảnh means taking pictures, but in Ho Chi Minh City, people would say chụp hình. Chụp hình means taking pictures. So you will see instead of saying ảnh, they will say hình. Chụp ảnh, my Hanoi accent, and chụp hình, Southern accent. Áo phông, áo phông, t-shirt. But people from the south, they would say áo thun, áo thun. Bàn là, bàn là. Bằng ủi, bằng ủi. Cái bát ăn cơm. Cái chén. Bắt nạt. Ăn hiếp, chơi bẩn, chơi dơ. Team này chơi bẩn quá, team này chơi dơ quá à. Béo, mập, gầy, ốm, bệnh. Cơm rang, cơm chiên. Anh ơi cho em một đĩa cơm rang. Cho em dĩ cơm chiên chị ơi. Bố, bà, mẹ, má, chị, chị 2, chị 3, chị 4. Chị 2, chị 3, chị 4 means the first sister, the second sister, or the third sister. Buồn cười, buồn cười, mắc cười, mắc cười. Buồn nôn, buồn nôn. Mắc ói, mắc ói. Cái bút, cái bút. Cây viết, cây viết. Cái chăn, cái chăn. Cái mền, cái mền. Cái cốc, cái cốc. Cái ly, cái ly. Dưa chuột, dưa chuột. Dưa leo, dưa leo. Cho em 1 cân dưa chuột chị ơi. Lấy em ký dưa leo đi chị. Lười, lười. Làm biếng, làm biếng. Mì chính, mì chính. Bột ngọt, bột ngọt. Vứt đi, vứt đi. Dục đi. Thôi cái này cũ rồi, vứt đi. Trời ơi, giữ chi mấy đồ này vậy, dục đi cho rồi. Trẻ con, trẻ con. Con nít, con nít. I feel so weird. I don't do it often, okay? Trust me. But thank you one more time for the opportunity to talk about the differences between the northern and the southern accent, as well as to share about our culture. If you have any recommendations or if you want to learn anything, just let me know at the comment below. I'll try my best to deliver better videos in the future. So one more time, don't forget to like this video, subscribe the channel, and visit the website vietnamesepod101.com for the free lifetime account right now. Get our learning program with real lessons by real teachers, okay? But now, thank you for watching and see you next videos.
Want to speak real Vietnamese from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at vietnamesepod101.com.
Xin chào các bạn, tôi là Linh, rất vui được gặp lại. Hello everyone, my name is Linh and I'm back with a very interesting topic, which is living cost in Vietnam. So recently there are a lot of foreigners coming to work and to live in Vietnam. But before moving in, probably they will have a same question, which is maybe how much to spend a month in general for living in Vietnam. But depends, of course, depends on your budget or depends on your income. So you will have different levels, different ideas to live in Vietnam. But actually, I have to say that the living cost in Vietnam is pretty affordable. So today, I will give you an overview about that. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so first let's talk about the currency. In Vietnam, we use Vietnam Đồng, which is VND, and $1 is 22,500 Vietnam Đồng. So usually we make it around 21 or 22, but because we have too many zeros, so a lot of foreigners, they get confused when they first come to Vietnam. Usually the way we use in Vietnamese is we leave the last 3 zeros. For example, 22,000 Vietnam Đồng, we will say 22. Or 100,000 Vietnam Đồng, which is around $4, less than $4, we will say 100. That's how you can manage. That's how you can recognize the value of money in the Vietnam Đồng. Okay? Alright, so first coming to Vietnam, then of course you have to care about the accommodation. So let's say you don't have a place to live in Vietnam, so the best way to stay is to rent a house or an apartment. Depends on your budget, right? But for me, I think uh, the rate for local people is slightly cheaper than the rate for foreigners, because usually foreigners they would prefer to stay in probably big building with service or with management or with security or parking lot, something like that. I would say depends on how large the apartment is or how large the house is, then it will affect the rent. So for me, I moved from Hanoi, I moved to Ho Chi Minh City, and I rent a place around 6 million Vietnam dong, which is around $300, probably less than 300. And I don't have to pay for any management fee or internet or something. So it includes everything except water and electricity. Okay, so for foreigners, usually I see my coworkers, they rent around $400 or $500 an apartment, a big one. Okay, so for the rent, something like that. And the rent in Vietnamese is tiền thuê nhà. Tiền thuê nhà. Thuê here means to rent. Nhà is the house and tiền is money. So tiền thuê nhà is the rent. So there are many kinds of bill, right? For example, water bill. So you can say hóa đơn tiền nước. Hóa đơn tiền nước. Hóa đơn here is bill, tiền is money, and nước is water. Hóa đơn tiền nước. Or you have to pay for tiền điện. Tiền điện means electricity bill or electricity money. Tiền điện. Okay, so we have three big things: tiền thuê nhà, tiền điện, và tiền nước. For me, where I stay in Ho Chi Minh City, I have to pay 100,000 Vietnam dong, which is around $4 a month for unlimited water. But for electricity, it'll be around probably 200 Vietnam dong or 300 Vietnam dong, depends on how much electricity I use. So if some months are very, very hot, I have to use the AC a lot, so it will be around 700. It's like $35, something like that. One more thing you have to pay for is the internet and the Wi-Fi, right? So you can say tiền internet. Tiền means money. Tiền internet or tiền mạng. Tiền mạng. Mạng here is a network. So tiền nhà, tiền điện, tiền nước, tiền internet. Alright, so before renting, usually in Vietnam, they will ask, the landlord will ask for 1 or 2 months deposit, depends on how long you stay. From the north, usually the landlord will ask for 3 months minimum. But in the south, they will ask for at least 1 month, only that. So landlord is chủ nhà. Chủ nhà. Chủ nhà. And the deposit money is tiền đặt cọc. Tiền đặt cọc. Tiền đặt cọc. Now let's talk about food. In Vietnamese, đồ ăn. Đồ ăn. Đồ ăn. And also for drinks, you can say đồ uống. Đồ uống. đồ uống. So ăn is eat and uống is drink. For local food, it's very, very affordable. I have to say that. So usually you can easily find a bowl of rice or a bowl of noodles or any kinds of noodles in Vietnam with around 30,000 or 40,000. That is cheap, okay? 30 or 40,000. So local food, đồ ăn địa phương. Đồ ăn địa phương. We have many kinds of local food, which I will introduce in another video, so keep in touch. In Vietnamese, restaurant is nhà hàng. Nhà hàng. Nhà hàng. Or we have another common word, which is quán ăn. Quán ăn. And when you come to this kind of restaurant, it will cost around 100 to 150 each person. But of course, depends on how much you order, right? If you want to have a dating environment or if you want to go to a fancy restaurant, there will be unlimited price, okay? For example, for buffets, it probably costs around 350,000 Vietnam dong or even more, 500,000. And for seafood buffets or something like that, it will cost around 6 or 700, which is $35 each person. But also there are a lot of Western restaurants in Vietnam, especially in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. And if there are real authentic restaurants organized by Westerners or something like that, or some foreign chefs, it'll be around 1 million a person, maybe more. But you will have like authentic steak or wine or alcohol, and everything is imported. So I think it's a good price. It's a good deal compared to going to other cities or other countries, because I've been to quite a few. But I have to say that living in Vietnam, especially food, is much, much more affordable. Okay, how about you are not familiar with local food, or you also want to have budget meal? So I suggest you to cook at home. You can go to the markets, chợ, chợ, or you can go to the supermarket, siêu thị, siêu thị, to buy food. And usually if you cook at home, it'll cost around 100 a day for probably 2 meals. But if you buy like Western food or Western ingredients, it'll be around 200, 300, depends on, of course, depends on the budget. But if I cook, usually I cook for myself only, and it costs around only 100, and I can cook like for 2 meals, something like that. Alright, now it's an interesting part, which is drinks. I have to say beer in Vietnam is super cheap. You can easily find in siêu thị tiện ích, siêu thị tiện ích, it's convenience store, or supermarket, siêu thị, or anywhere. Any kinds of restaurants would have many kinds of beer. So usually if you buy it at siêu thị tiện ích, it will cost around 15,000 or 20,000. It's like less than $1. You can have a bottle of beer or a can of beer. And it's good. It's good. It's authentic, right? But if you go to a restaurant, nhà hàng, then you will have to pay around 30,000 or 40,000. Even more, depends on the restaurant. So a glass of wine, rượu vang, for a local restaurant, it'll cost around 70,000 or 80,000, which is $3. But if in a bar or in fancy restaurant, it might cost around 250. Yeah, that's all for today. I think that's enough for you to have an overview about the living cost in Vietnam, and I hope it's helpful when you are planning to travel or to visit or to live in Vietnam. So please don't forget to like the video, subscribe the channel, and visit the website vietnamesepod101.com to learn more Vietnamese with us. I'm Linh and thank you so much for watching the video. See you next time. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại. Hello again. So today we will talk about top Vietnamese dishes you must try when you travel to Vietnam. And my name is Linh. Welcome back to Vietnamesepod101.com, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Vietnamese. I'm from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam, and which is the north. So I've lived there for like my whole life. I just moved out 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, and I'm living in Ho Chi Minh City, which is the south of Vietnam. So I have to say that my taste is very northern. Like I love northern food. I love the taste there. But since I moved to Ho Chi Minh City, I have different experience about the southern food, the local food. So today I share you some differences between the food in the north and the food in the south. In the north, we prefer to have the natural sweetness of the ingredients. So we don't really put so much seasoning or too many different ingredients, but instead we prefer to enjoy the real flavor of the food, of the ingredients. And food in Ho Chi Minh City, which is the south of Vietnam, I feel like here they like to have a lot of seasoning, a lot of ingredients, a lot of oil. They put a lot of sugar and oil in the dishes. Now let's talk about the eating habits. There are some very typical cultures in Vietnam. For example, when eating, we use the chopsticks instead of using fork or knife. But we use chopsticks and spoons. Also, when eating, usually when we start eating, young people in the family will address old people in the family to show respect. We say something like, have a good meal or bon appetit. So in Vietnamese, you can say, con mời bố mẹ ăn cơm. So I address my parents, con mời bố mẹ ăn cơm. So from the north, people would prefer to have dinner together at home, but from the south, people will go out for eating. So that is the big difference between the northern people and the southern people. Now it's the best part. Let's talk about 10 famous dishes that you don't want to miss in Vietnam. Let's start with the number 1, pho. Pho. So you must have heard about pho a lot when talking about Vietnamese food. So we have chicken and beef pho, phở gà, and phở bò. So chicken pho and beef pho. I would say pho is from the north. I'm not sure if it's from Hanoi or Nam Định, but it's from the north. So it's very sweet, the natural sweetness of the meat and the bones, and also the combination between some noodles, some soup, some meat, some onion, some spring onion, and a little bit of chili sauce and fish sauce and lime. And it's the best breakfast ever. The best. I can eat pho every day. I mean, every day. Next one is bánh mì ba tê. Bánh mì ba tê. So I think you know about bánh mì. It's famous. It's popular everywhere in the world, and there are many kinds, many versions of bánh mì. But it's also like the inspiration for Miss Universe. She has a bánh mì custom when going to the competition, and it's very funny. But I have to say that bánh mì is like the symbol of Vietnam. So we have bánh mì ba tê, bánh mì chả, bánh mì trứng, bánh mì thập cẩm, bánh mì heo quay, bánh mì xá xíu, many kinds. So don't forget to try one bánh mì when you are traveling or when you are walking on the road. It can be easily found everywhere. Bún chả. Bún chả. Bún chả is one of the best dishes that every foreigners love because it's easy to eat, it's tasty, it's light, it's healthy, and it's just delicious. So usually bún chả is made of pork. I can't only think about the other versions of bún chả, but it's pork, and they chop the meats. They mix with some seasoning and they grill it. And the fish sauce is the key point of the dish. Okay, you have to mix some fish sauce and some sugar, some vinegar, garlic, peppers. You have to boil it a little bit to make it to make all the flavors go well together or something. And then you eat with noodle, with the rice noodle, which is bún. So bún is the noodle and chả is the meat. Amazing. Soy. Soy is sticky rice, and you know, maybe you know mango sticky rice from Thailand, but in Vietnam we have also many different kinds of soy. So we have soy thịt, so sticky rice with meat, but they cook very well. They slow cook for a long time. The meat becomes very soft, very tender, very juicy, but very tasty. And we eat with sticky rice. So also we have soy mo from corn. So it's like corn sticky rice. Soy xéo, soy gà, soy chả, soy pate, soy a lot. But for me, sticky rice is a little bit hard. It's a little bit heavy for breakfast. So usually I eat sticky rice for lunch or it's like in the middle of the day. Name. Name is from the north, but from the south they say chả giò. Chả giò. Chả giò. So this is one of my favorite dishes because I can cook it. So this is a combination of vegetables, carrot, meat, some glass noodle, some onions, some pepper, some spring onion, some other vegetables, some dry shrimps, some mushroom, and they mix all of them together. They put it in the rice cake and then they roll them, and after that they fry it. So it will be very crunchy outside but very soft and moist inside, and you have to make a sauce to eat with noodles. So usually we eat nem with bún chả. So we have bún chả, bún nem, or yeah, that's it. And this name is always on the plate of holiday, public holiday, especially Tết, Lunar New Year. Bánh cuốn. Bánh cuốn. So the special thing about this dish is it's very light, and you can either eat for breakfast, for lunch, for brunch, for snack in the afternoon, and even for dinner. So it's very flexible, and the key is also the sauce, the fish sauce. So we have bánh cuốn Thanh Trì, bánh cuốn Hà Nội, bánh cuốn Tây Hồ. Usually it's like the name is from where the bánh cuốn is made. Bún riêu is like a kind of noodles that you eat with Vietnamese crabs. So the Vietnamese crab is very small, like this, not that big, so very small. So they will make it, they will, how to say, smash it, the crabs, and then when it becomes very very small, they will use water to filter the water, and then the meat of the crab will come out from the shell, and then they cook the soup with that liquid, and it becomes very very sweet, the natural sweetness that I told before. So after that, they put some tomato, tofu, onions, probably beef, or depends on your taste. They will put ingredients, and then you eat with noodle. And the soup is amazing. It's very, very, very sweet. It's very light. It's very healthy as well, and it's just tasty. Bún đậu mắm tôm. So this is a tricky dish because not so many people can eat that. The key is the mắm tôm. Mắm tôm. Mắm tôm is like the sauce from shrimp, not from fish, not fish sauce, but we have shrimp sauce. So it smells really, 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 really strong. And if you are sensitive with smells, with strong smells, like you can't eat durian, so you better be careful before you taste this. When you can't handle the smell, the combination of noodle, fried tofu, and the the shrimp sauce, it just so tasty. It's too good to resist because once you get familiar with that, I think like you will get addicted. So nowadays we have some other kinds of protein to eat with bún đậu mắm tôm, because before when we were very very poor, our parents or maybe grandparents designed this dish to handle the hunger. So now it becomes very popular because it's also a traditional dish of Vietnam. Bún bò Huế. Bún bò Huế. So this is one of the dishes from the center of Vietnam, which is Huế. So bún here it's also a kind of noodle, and bò is beef. So this is basically from beef and beef bones. The soup is very tasty. It's very sweet. It's very very sweet, and also because it's from the center, so they put some sugar, I guess. Also, they put some gingers and some other kinds of herbs that I'm not sure the name, because usually the soup is the secret, the key of the dish. So bún bò Huế, bún bò Huế. Last one I like to share is like the most popular dish in Ho Chi Minh City, which is cơm tấm. Cơm tấm. Cơm tấm is everywhere. It's like they can eat for breakfast, they eat for lunch, they eat for dinner, they eat anytime. And it's very healthy, it's very light, it's very cheap. It's only around 25,000, which is $1, and you can have a box of cơm tấm. And it's good for like half of a day, so I think it's very convenient. Okay, I'm very hungry now. I have to go and probably have some spring rolls because I love it. It's everywhere here. It's easy to find and it's affordable. I hope that you like this video, and I really like these kind of topics that you suggested. So please suggest more topics for the next videos. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe the channel, and visit the website VietnamesePod101.com to learn more Vietnamese and to get your free lifetime account right now. Thank you so much and see you. I'm going to eat now. Hello, it's me again. Xin chào các bạn. Mình là Linh, rất vui được gặp lại các bạn. Hôm nay mình sẽ nói về một chủ đề khá là khó, đó là ngữ pháp mà đa số là người nước ngoài ai cũng sẽ cảm thấy rất là khó đặt câu. Ngữ pháp Việt Nam thậm chí là đối với người Việt Nam còn khó nữa là đối với người nước ngoài. Tuy nhiên hôm nay chúng ta sẽ xem chúng ta học cái gì nhá. Sorry, I just spoke a lot of Vietnamese, but I hope that one day I can speak 100% in Vietnamese so you guys can catch up. But first, let's start about vocabularies or small grammar points, and you guys can easily make sentences. And in the future, we will do some challenges or some things that we can speak 100% in Vietnamese. Okay. So today I'd like to talk about a grammar point, which is one word, but you can use at the present perfect in English. Okay, which is mới, mới. The funny thing is, mới in Vietnamese means new. This is an adjective, right? But you also can use for grammar points. So mới here you use for the present perfect in English, which is like I have just done something. So mới here will represent for the word just. The structure is you only have to use this word mới with a verb. For example, mới ăn, mới uống, mới học, etc. And now let's take a look at these sentences, okay? Tôi mới quay xong một video. I've just finished filming one video. Tôi mới quay xong một video. Tôi mới quay xong một video. Tôi mới mua điện thoại. I've just bought a new phone. Tôi mới mua điện thoại. Tôi mới mua điện thoại. So you will see here mới mua means I've just bought. Tôi mới mua điện thoại. Mẹ mới nấu cơm xong. Mẹ mới nấu cơm xong. Mẹ mới nấu cơm xong. Mẹ mới nấu cơm xong means mom has just finished cooking. Tôi mới chuyển vào Sài Gòn. Tôi mới chuyển vào Sài Gòn. So Sài Gòn here is the old name of Ho Chi Minh City. Tôi mới chuyển vào Sài Gòn means I have just moved to Ho Chi Minh City. Alright, so now let's take a look at the questions and the answers so to see how you can use it in a short conversation, okay? Bạn đã ăn gì chưa? Bạn đã ăn gì chưa? Bạn đã ăn gì chưa means have you eaten anything? So here you will see bạn is you. Đã here is did. So the word đã you put before the verbs to represent for the action in the past. Also, again, we don't have to conjugate the verb. Đã ăn gì chưa? So ăn gì actually here eat what. Okay, eat what, and chưa is yet. So literally means you did eat what yet. That means have you eaten anything yet? So the question word which is chưa yet we put in the end of the sentence. In the future you will see a lot of questions that begins with the pronouns and that ends with the question words like that. So this is like a basic question structure of Vietnamese. Bạn đã ăn gì chưa? Tôi mới ăn xong. Tôi mới ăn xong. Tôi mới ăn xong means I have just eaten. Tôi mới ăn xong. Or it means I ate already or I just eaten. Yeah. Now, conversation number 2. Anh đã xong việc chưa? Anh đã xong việc chưa means have you finished work yet? Anh đã xong việc chưa? So đã also the word for the past. Xong việc means have you done working? And chưa is yet, the question word. And how to answer? You can say xong rồi. Anh vừa mới gặp một khách hàng xong. means I've done already. I've just met a client. Okay, so easy, right? Only one word with a verb mới and mới ăn, mới học, mới uống, mới ngủ dậy, mới làm, mới gọi, mới học xong, vừa mới xem video xong. So I hope that this video is helpful for you, and tell me if you need to study any grammar points, because Vietnamese grammar is very wide, and not sure what you really want to learn, or not sure if you really need to learn. So slowly I will deliver more grammar videos like this. Okay, also don't forget to like this video, subscribe the channel, and visit the website vietnamesepod101.com to learn more Vietnamese with us, me and maybe other hosts. Okay, thank you so much for watching the videos, and see you very soon. Hello, I'm back. It's Ling. Hello, I'm back. How to start? So today we will talk about the pronunciation, which is one of the most difficult things about Vietnamese. I know a lot of foreigners struggling with the pronunciations. They know a lot of vocabularies, they know a lot of grammar, and a lot of, how to say, they can easily make sentences, but the thing is nobody understands because the accents, because of the tones. But let's not talk about the accent today, because I want to focus on the two very difficult but similar. It sounds like similar, but it's actually very different sounds in Vietnamese, which is NH and NG. So let's see how we pronounce it in Vietnamese in different sentences or different words. The NH in Vietnamese, you pronounce nhờ, nhờ. So it's not like the N in English, okay? Nhờ, nhờ. Let's see how it looks in words. Nhà, nhà. It's a house. Nhà. This is my house. No, it's not. Nhà, nhà bạn ở đâu? Nhà bạn ở đâu? Where's your house? So, nhà bạn ở đâu? Or nhà bạn ở đâu? Nhanh, nhanh means fast. Linh, bạn nói nhanh quá, tôi không nghe kịp. Means Linh, you speak too fast, I can't hear. Linh, bạn nói nhanh quá, tôi không nghe kịp. Nói nhanh quá không nghe kịp. Sorry, I will speak slower. Nhai, nhai. Nhai kỹ thức ăn trước khi nuốt. Nhai kỹ thức ăn trước khi nuốt. So it means chew food thoroughly before swallowing. Nhẹ, nhẹ. So this one has dấu nặng. So you have to be very nặng. Nhẹ. And nhẹ is the opposite of nặng. So nhẹ, nặng. Chiếc điện thoại mới này rất nhẹ. Chiếc điện thoại mới này rất nhẹ. Quả nho, quả nho, 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 nho. Grapes. Tôi thích ăn nho. Tôi thích ăn nho. I like grapes. Nhớ, nhớ. Dấu sắc, dấu sắc. Nhớ means miss. I miss you, I miss you. So, tôi nhớ bạn. Usually we don't say tôi and bạn. So we say em nhớ anh. I miss you. But for women saying em nhớ anh. So the other person will say anh cũng nhớ em. I miss you too. So nhớ. Nhưng, nhưng. So you will see the chữ nhưng, but. Tiếng Việt rất khó, nhưng rất thú vị. Tiếng Việt rất khó nhưng rất thú vị. Means Vietnamese is difficult but interesting. Nhạc, nhạc, dấu nặng. Nhạc, nhạc, music. I like music, so you can just say tôi thích nghe nhạc. Tôi thích nghe nhạc. I like listening to music. Alright, so now let's talk about the NG sound. So instead of no, now this one is no, 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 no. Okay? No. Now let's take a look at the sentences. Ngày, ngày. It states ngày, ngày. So, ngày hôm qua, ngày hôm nay, ngày mai. Hôm qua, ngày hôm qua, ngày hôm nay, ngày mai means yesterday, today and tomorrow. Ngon. Đồ ăn Việt Nam rất ngon. Vietnamese food is delicious. Đồ ăn Việt Nam rất ngon. And also I will have a video about Vietnamese food, so please check it out. Đồ ăn Việt Nam rất ngon. Nghe, nghe, nghe. Tôi thích nghe nhạc. Tôi thích nghe nhạc. Tôi thích nghe nhạc. So you will see that NG and NH in the same sentence. Tôi thích nghe nhạc. Ngắn, ngắn. So the opposite of ngắn is dài, dài, ngắn, dài, ngắn. Các clip tiếng Việt của bạn hơi ngắn. Your Vietnamese videos are a little bit short. But please don't complain because I'm making longer videos. So, các clip tiếng Việt của bạn hơi ngắn. Just a little bit short. Nghỉ ngơi, nghỉ ngơi, nghỉ ngơi. Bạn nên nghỉ ngơi chút đi. Bạn nên nghỉ ngơi chút đi. You should take a rest. Bạn nên nghỉ ngơi chút đi. Ngáp, dấu sắc. Ngáp means to yawn or yawning. And ngáy, ngáy means snoring. Okay, it's done. I hope that you can distinguish the difference between nhờ and ngờ in Vietnamese. I'm not sure if you can hear me well because through video, so you can try to use it in sentences because you can easily see the differences of the sounds. Okay, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe the channel, and visit the website vietnamesepod101.com for your free lifetime account. Get our learning program with real lessons by real teachers. And now it's time to finish. See you next time. See you in the next videos. Hi everyone, welcome back to Vietnamesepod101.com, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Vietnamese. Since I'm traveling today, the beach is just right here. I have a very nice room and the background is nice as well. So I thought about doing a new video for you guys, but I haven't thought about the topic yet. So what about we talk about YouTube in Vietnamese? Does it sound good? Okay, let's get started. The first one is like and comment. Of course, we have the words in Vietnamese, but nowadays people started using like and comments as very friendly and common words. So now let's practice in Vietnamese first. Thích, 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 dấu sắc. Okay, so thích, it means like, and bình luận, bình luận, bình luận, bình luận means comment. Okay, so for old generations like my parents, they still use thích và bình luận. But for young people like me and my sisters and my friends, we use like and comments more often. Đừng quên thích và bình luận video của mình nhé. Đừng quên thích và bình luận video của mình nhé. Theo dõi trang, theo dõi trang, hoặc đăng ký, đăng ký. So theo dõi means to follow and đăng ký means to subscribe. But when you use YouTube in Vietnamese, you will see the subscribe button. They will show like đăng ký. For follow, it's more common for Facebook, right? But for YouTube, we use đăng ký. Kênh, kênh, channel. Kênh, kênh here means channel, and Vietnamese 101 is a channel. Also, we have many different kinds of channel on YouTube. So if you want to say, please subscribe my channel, you can say, hãy đăng ký kênh của mình nhé. Hãy đăng ký kênh của mình nhé. Hãy đăng ký kênh của mình nhé. Review and feedback, actually we also use them in Vietnamese as well, as a Vietnamese word, I guess. So nowadays people started using review and feedback for their products more often, especially online shopping. So if you want to say review in Vietnamese, you can say đánh giá, đánh giá. Both have dấu sắc, đánh giá. And feedback is phản hồi, phản hồi. So review and feedback, đánh giá và phản hồi. Hôm nay mình sẽ làm một video đánh giá về tiếng Việt. Hôm nay mình sẽ làm một video đánh giá về tiếng Việt. Today I'm gonna do a video to review Vietnamese language. Các bạn đừng quên để lại phản hồi cho video của mình nhé. Các bạn đừng quên để lại phản hồi cho video của mình nhé. Các bạn đừng quên để lại phản hồi cho video của mình nhé. Please don't forget to leave some feedback for my videos. Phát trực tiếp, phát trực tiếp, phát trực tiếp. So phát trực tiếp means to live stream, right? And nowadays people also use live stream a lot, especially on social medias or social networks. So you can say hôm nay mình có buổi phát trực tiếp. Hôm nay mình có buổi phát trực tiếp. Hôm nay mình có buổi phát trực tiếp. Today I have a live stream. For me, I think I prefer to use live stream because nowadays everybody know what live stream is. I think it's because I work in an English environment, so I started using English words more common, but also people around me use that as well. So I think it's not a big deal. It's nothing wrong with using some English words for some specific fields or some specific areas. Nổi tiếng, nổi tiếng, nổi tiếng. Nổi tiếng means very popular or very famous. In sentence, you can say cô ấy rất nổi tiếng trên YouTube. Cô ấy rất nổi tiếng trên YouTube. Cô ấy rất nổi tiếng trên YouTube means she's very popular on YouTube. So here you will see the sentence structure is very similar to English, right? Cô ấy She rất nổi tiếng is very popular. In Vietnamese, sometimes you can drop to be verb instead of using cô ấy thì rất nổi tiếng. So we can just say cô ấy rất nổi tiếng. So that's the reason why a lot of Vietnamese students, when learning English, they drop to be verbs as a habit. Người nổi tiếng. Người nổi tiếng. Người nổi tiếng. Người nổi tiếng you can use for famous people, popular people, or influencers. Nowadays we use người nổi tiếng a lot. So basically they have a lot of followers, they have a lot of fans, and they influence or they inspire people on social networks a lot. Okay? So người nổi tiếng. Bảng thông tin. Bảng thông tin. Bảng thông tin means new feed, and you can put it in a sentence like this. Tôi nhìn thấy video của Vietnamese 101 trên bảng thông tin. Tôi nhìn thấy video của Vietnamese 101 trên bảng thông tin. So I saw videos of Vietnamese 101 on new feed. Next one is viral. So in Vietnamese you can say lan tỏa. Lan tỏa. Lan tỏa. Nowadays people tend to make viral videos a lot to inspire and to influence people. So in this sentence or in these situations you can say gần đây mạng xã hội có rất nhiều video mang tính lan tỏa. Gần đây mạng xã hội có rất nhiều video mang tính lan tỏa. Gần đây mạng xã hội có rất nhiều video mang tính lan tỏa. So that means recently on social networks there are many viral videos. Chỉnh sửa video. Chỉnh sửa video. Chỉnh sửa video means video editing or to edit videos, right? This one is very common for me because I make videos and I have to edit all the time for Vietnamese 101. This is also one of my hobbies, one of the things that I really enjoy doing in my free time. So you can use in sentence like this. Tôi thường xuyên phải chỉnh sửa video để gửi cho Vietnamese 101. Tôi thường xuyên phải chỉnh sửa video để gửi cho Vietnamese 101. Tôi thường xuyên phải chỉnh sửa video để gửi cho Vietnamese 101. That means I usually have to edit videos to send to Vietnamese 101. Hướng dẫn. Hướng dẫn. Hướng dẫn means tutorial. So also we have a lot of tutorial videos on YouTube. How to make up, how to draw eyebrows, how to draw eyeliners, how to learn English, how to pronounce correctly. So you can say gần đây rất nhiều video hướng dẫn mang tính lan tỏa. Gần đây rất nhiều video hướng dẫn mang tính lan tỏa. Gần đây rất nhiều video hướng dẫn mang tính lan tỏa. So you will see here in Vietnamese, to put the noun in plural, we put the word nhiều, nhiều before the nouns, and it will be in plural instead of using s in the end of the nouns, right? So also besides from nhiều, you can use các, or những before the nouns, and it will be in plural as well. So nhiều, các và những. Okay? Okay, it's done. I hope that you can use one of them or some of them when talking about YouTube in Vietnamese. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe the channel, and visit the website vietnamesepod101.com to learn more Vietnamese with Linh and other hosts. Thank you so much for watching the video. Đừng quên bình luận, chia sẻ và đăng ký để cập nhật những video mới nhất của mình nhé. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.